Let it end, let it hurt, let it heal, let it go. Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you with a message that we all need to hear at some point in our lives. We carry burdens, we hold on to regrets, we fight battles, some of them we win, others we lose. But one thing is certain, we all go through difficult times. The key is not in avoiding pain, but in learning how to move through it and emerge stronger. Let it end. It's time to face the truth. Some things must end. We hang on sometimes far too long because we're afraid of what's next. We fear the unknown. But the truth is, endings are not our enemy. Endings are a sign of growth, a sign that you are evolving, a sign that the universe is pushing you to something greater. Embrace it. Don't fight it. Now let it hurt. Too often we try to mask the pain, pretend it doesn't exist. We run from it. But pain is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you are human. It's a sign that you care. Pain is the price of love, the price of connection. And while it's hard, we must allow ourselves to feel it fully, because only then will we be able to heal. Which brings us to the next step: let it heal. Healing isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process. It's not about pretending the hurt never happened. It's about understanding that healing takes time. Give yourself the grace to heal at your own pace. Don't rush the process. Trust that with time, you will come out of this stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. And then let it go. Let go of the resentment, the anger, the fear. Let go of the weight you carry from the past. It's holding you back from what's meant for you in the future. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means releasing the hold that the past has on you. When you let go, you make room for new opportunities, new experiences, and new joys. When we let it end, let it hurt, let it heal, and let it go, we free ourselves to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Don't let the past define you. Don't let pain hold you back. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. So today I ask you, what are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to release? The future is waiting for you. It's time to step into it. Let it end. In life, there comes a point when we must face the reality that something has come to an end. It could be a relationship, a chapter of our career, or even a phase of our own personal growth. And while the word end may seem like a harsh and final conclusion, it's actually a powerful turning point and opportunity for transformation. We all hold on to things, often long after they have ceased to serve us. It's human nature to resist endings because deep down we fear what's next. We fear the uncertainty. The comfort of familiarity can sometimes trick us into thinking that staying in an unhealthy situation or holding on to something that has already run its course is the better choice. But this kind of resistance to change is exactly what keeps us stuck. We all know, at some level, when something needs to end. We feel it in our gut, the job that no longer challenges us, the friendship that's become toxic, the relationship that no longer nourishes us. But instead of making the hard decision to end it, we procrastinate. We hesitate. We wonder if it's worth trying just a little longer. But the truth is, when you know deep down that it's time to let go, holding on only prolongs the suffering. You stay stuck in a situation that doesn't serve you, and in the process, you rob yourself of the possibility of growth and new opportunities. We fear that if we let go, we're admitting defeat. But in reality, letting something end is one of the most courageous things you can do. It's an acknowledgement that you have outgrown the situation and that you deserve something better. It's not about quitting, it's about recognizing when a chapter has closed and allowing space for a new one to open. When we resist endings, we hold on to something that no longer fits. We cling to the past in the hopes that we can recreate something that's already gone. But the longer we hold on, the harder it becomes to move forward. We need to let go of the idea that holding on will somehow bring us back to where we once were. The truth is, the past is in the past, And no matter how much we wish for things to return to what they once were, it's not going to happen. And that's okay. Letting things end means you're choosing growth. You're choosing to evolve and embrace the unknown. It's like clearing out a closet full of old clothes you never wear. The longer you hold on to them, the less space you have for new, better-fitting pieces. But once you let go of the outdated, you make room for the fresh, the exciting, the things that truly align with who you are today. Think about the moments in your life when things ended. Maybe it was a difficult breakup, a job loss, or an unexpected turn in your personal life. At the time, you may have resisted it. You may have felt overwhelmed with uncertainty. But looking back, didn't you realize that those endings were often the beginning of something better? Sometimes we don't have the full picture when we're in the middle of a difficult time. We don't always understand the purpose of the pain or the reason for the shift. But as time goes on, the clarity comes. The ending made way for something new, something more aligned with your true self, something that you never could have predicted. And here's the thing, when something ends, it doesn't mean the story is over. It's merely a transition. It's a pause before the next chapter begins. Letting it end isn't about defeat. It's about embracing change and trusting that life is unfolding in ways we might not yet understand. The beauty of letting things end is that it frees you. It allows you to step out of old patterns and make room for new opportunities. Life is constantly changing, and it's important to stay in tune with that natural flow. Just as the seasons change, so too must we allow the cycles of our lives to evolve. Letting things end gives you the freedom to move forward with greater clarity, confidence, and purpose. So the next time you find yourself holding on to something that's no longer serving you, ask yourself, what am I afraid of losing by letting this end? And what might I gain by moving on? The answer may surprise you. The end is not the end, it's merely the beginning of something else, something greater. Let it hurt? It hurt. Pain is one of life's greatest teachers. We often try to avoid it, numb it, or push it away. But pain, in its raw and unfiltered form, is a necessary part of our human experience. It's through pain that we grow, that we become stronger, and that we learn the most about ourselves. Yet too often we deny ourselves the permission to feel the full weight of our hurt. We run from it, bury it deep inside, and hope it will go away, but it doesn't. Instead, it festers. To truly heal, you must first allow yourself to feel the pain. It's not about wallowing in it or becoming consumed by it. It's about acknowledging that pain exists and giving yourself the space to experience it. In the world we live in, there's this pressure to always be happy, to stay positive, and to act like everything is fine. Social media especially often pushes this narrative of perfection, the idea that we should always be smiling, always be moving forward, and always be doing well. But the truth is, no one is happy all the time, and pretending that we are only creates more harm. Pain is inevitable. We all go through it at some point. Whether it's the end of a relationship, the loss of a loved one, the failure of a dream, or the feeling of deep personal disappointment, pain comes in many forms. But no matter how it shows up, the key is to stop running from it. We cannot heal until we first feel the hurt. The process of healing begins when we allow ourselves to sit with the discomfort, to acknowledge it, and to allow it to pass through us, rather than trying to suppress it. When we resist pain, it only grows stronger. It's like trying to hold back the ocean with a dam. Eventually, the pressure will build until it breaks, and the flood of emotions will overwhelm you. But if you face the pain head on, if you allow it to be present without judgment, you give yourself the chance to process it. You don't have to fix it right away. You don't have to understand everything in that moment. Sometimes simply allowing the pain to be there is enough. It's important to understand that feeling pain is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It takes great courage to feel the depth of hurt and not run from it. When you allow yourself to experience pain fully, you are opening yourself up to growth. You are telling yourself that you are strong enough to face whatever life throws your way. It's only through facing pain that you can truly understand the resilience that lies within you. And let me tell you, there is resilience in each and every one of us. Pain does not define us, it refines us. The act of letting it hurt is not about staying stuck in the pain, but about learning from it. You see, pain teaches us something about ourselves that comfort never will. It teaches us about our limits, about our desires, about our weaknesses, and about our strengths. It gives us perspective.